First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Buying time to his left. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Right there. 54. Right there.
On second and a long way to go. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Fields now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Lance.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second down and 8.
Mike's by 4. You. Right there.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, I'm coming. 36.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mike 5-9,
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 38, Lance.
And it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
check.
Now Lance. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
And look at this, it's a fake. He'll buy some time right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Lance looking to throw it.
Steps away to his left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt.
Back deep, Demir Berg.
Here's Berg to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Check pass, check pass.
They'll try the left side. Herbert, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. D Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss.
Let's get it. That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Get that ball. 57's the Mike.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go, D. Hey, alert 3. Alert.
To throw is Fields.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Javon Kinlaw gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Ready. 70 in there. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. We want this.
They snap it to Fields.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
Forced out to his left. Pushes him over. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Lance now on 1st down.
Rolling to his right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ricky. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Now Lance again.
Flushed out right, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Gold is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check 59. Mike.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
On the return, it's Bird. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right.
Back to throw. Fields.
He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. On 2nd and 12,
Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Lance going to throw.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Set, 45, white, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Check 59, right.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Lance now on 1st down.
And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's good. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shift. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike,
Spell.
watch the slant.
Check. What? Go. Check out.
Fields.
And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 77 yards.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Robert Quinn able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now it's Bird on the return. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Bears have taken the lead.
It's the 4th quarter, partner, and everyone's looking for a hero in the 4th quarter. They just found theirs.
There's so much for the offense coming out, trying to mount that go-ahead drive. They get it right there on the punt return.
And a punt return play can change the momentum so many different ways and maybe put a team in command.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
59 mark, check, 59. Let's go.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the give, this is Cohen. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Fields. Able to complete it to Montgomery. On springs free, Montgomery loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Switch that, cut. 58, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
This is Mostert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for San Francisco, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.